Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, this is the Paphos Mall roundabout. So that means just over yonder on the right hand side is the Paphos Mall. If you take a left there, you'd go down to the downtown gate of Paphos Harbour, or Paradise as we call it, but we're going to go straight. So we're on Tomb of the King's Avenue. That's what this road is. That's the Roman Hotel on the left hand side, and you've got various businesses, shops, bars and restaurants all around. Just there you've got the Ben's bar, and just over here you've got Cyprus resales coming up, and the Sunfresh Bakery. And then just over yonder there is Thomas's Jungle Karaokeing Bar, and if your name's Mr. John and Miss Louise, who likes a little bit of cheese, and you're of the Barnhawk clan, well, that's like where you want to party on down, that's for sure. So big shout out to all of the morning crew. Let's go and check in the Marika and Me lounge and see what is actually going on. We've got three absolute superstars in charge, three of the most beautiful women in the world, and we're starting off with the dolly bird known as Miss Vivian, the superstar amongst superstars. And of course she's got a couple of partners in crime in there. Another absolute superstar, the one and only Miss Ness. And of course we've got the girl from downtown Frodsham in Cheshire, sorry, and of course her name is Miss Beverly. So welcome to the crew. These are the girls that are in charge of pretty much about everything in that kitchen, and they're in charge of making cupcakes. If your name's Miss Darley, well, sorry, Princess Darley, isn't it? If you like a nice blueberry cheesecake cupcakey kind of thing, and perhaps Miss Mayer would like one as well, you never know. So pop your hand in there and I'm sure the girls will give you one or two. Taking all your orders, well, that's the one and only Lord Dave Jono, and he's running around getting himself into shape for his summer holidays. He's going to be venturing off to Paphos. He's probably going to go back to Portugal, and he'll probably even go somewhere else as well, because obviously he's a man with plenty of money and he likes to go and explore the world and well, take a bit of Rotherham with him, should we say. So very, very good morning to you, Dave. Hope you're having a great day indeed. So let's go and check now with some of the people that are on the sofas, some of the people that are having a bit of a chin wag in the breakfast club this morning. Of course, the girl in charge of the cruise, well, her name is the one and only Dame Anne. She's in charge of pretty much about everything. If you want a title, well, you have a word with her, and if you do something naughty, well, she'll have a word with you and she'll call in the head removal crew. And if you're very, very naughty indeed, that head will be gone once and for all. Sitting next to her is the girl in charge of all of the legalities. She's the girl that checks, well, about these tongue twisting things and all that kind of stuff, just in case the language gets that little bit too strong. And of course her name is the one and only Anna Starr, the greatest lawyer in downtown Poland. And of course she's the girl that's in charge of looking after the legalities on Marika and Me. And on that particular sofa, well, on each arm there's a couple of porn stars, and their names are Viking Ronnie. Good morning to you, Viking Ronnie. Are you enjoying your filter coffee? Yes. Piece of malted toast? Yes please, sir. Yes please. All the way from Israel, who now lives in downtown Denmark. So a very, very good morning to you, Mr. Ronnie. On the other arm, the man in charge of all of the law and order, yes, the chief superintendent, the commissioner of all of the law and ordering in Marika and Me, the one and only Ronnie Miller. Big shout out to you, Ronnie. Thanks for joining us. And there's a few other people scattered around having a chin wag. You've got Sir Richard over there with the beautiful Judy Nash, and of course their son, who's not that little by the way, Mr. Leo. And he's having a bit of Oreo ice cream at the moment and a can of Coke, and I think Judy's tucking into a bottle of pink gin. I'm only joking, she's having a quick tot, that's all. And Richard's there monkeying around with the Marika and Me website. Yes, we've got a very own website, marikaandme.com. So if you want to upload some photographs or drop us a comment or have a quick look at it, why not? marikaandme.com. And the guys in charge of that are Sir Richard, of course, Miss Julie, course, and their friend and our friend, the one and only Sean Broad, greatest mechanic, greatest car bodywork man in the world. Now he's retired, and now he likes to mix up a potion or two with Sir Richard, and they've got a health and nutrition's website, and those are the sponsors, if you understand me. So if you would do the courtesy and go and have a look at their site, you never know, you might find a potion or two that you might find of use. So if you click through on Hustle 15, go and have a look at their products, and you never know, you might find something that you want. So where are we now? Well, that was the King Elephant Hotel, or the King Elephant as we call it. And we know some superstars who checked in there. Tom, who plays games, many other people, but of course there's 3 absolute superstars who have a place in our hearts. And of course, well, you've got my cousin King James. He hung out in there. Of course, he brought his queen, the Queen Kyrene, and of course they got a princess of a daughter, and of course her name is Princess Dali. And they're coming back to Paphos later on in the year, and we're going to go chuchka dancing down the downtown Cape Paphos promenade with Princess Dali, that is for sure. And you never know, we might pop into that rather nice donut shop, and you never know, they might have a special donut with your name written all over it, Princess Dali. So a very good morning to you. Big shout out to Mr. Doug all the way up there in Scotland, Kath and Stephen all the way up in Inverness. Big shout out to Sean and Amy, who are coming to Paphos very soon. And there's a lot of people that are helping out with the channel as well, if you understand me. Every one of you watches us, helps us out, and then now and again 1 or 2 of you go through to our About page and you click on the Buy Me a Coffee icon, and of course that is what actually funds the channel. We convert your coffees into liquid cash. Now and again we do buy a coffee, but most of the time we pop it into benzene, which of course is petrol or diesel. Pop it in the tank, and it allows us to continue to drive around and make special videos for you. Now here we go. This is the St. George Crossroads, shall we call it. If you go up, you would go, well, if you go up to the right, you go up to Clorica Village, as it says there, 1 kilometre, and if you go to the left, you would go down to the St. George's Hotel, which is a luxury 5-star adults only, so I'm told, hotel this season, and it's a great hotel indeed. And there's a great coastal pathway along there as well, by the way. If you go out the back door and if you take a right and walk for a bit, spectacular views. I mean, truly exceptional views. But if you keep going for a bit past this hotel here, which is the Leonardo Laura Beach and Splash Resort, you come to the Baracas Lounge, which is a great restaurant with a spectacular view. Great food, nice drinks and cocktails, soft drinks, coffees, that kind of thing, and you can chill out there and relax. And there's actually some fitness machines out there as well, so you can truly have a great time indeed. So we're going to keep on going, and we're going to head out towards Casonaga, and slowly but surely we're going to get down to the coastline where the CU Beach Bar is, and you're going to get a great view across the blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, if you're curious to know where we are in the year, well, we're in the first week of March, and as you can see, the weather is picking up. We're quite early in the morning, it's 7:30 in the morning, and the temperature on the Mercedes is 17 degrees, and they are predicting a high today of 24 degrees. Dry all day. There's a bit of dust in the sky, so it's taking away a bit of the blueness, but it is still pretty bluey. It's like a lighty blue. And I promise you, at the sea, that's blue. And I promise you that Mr. Paul is dressed head to toe in blue. So all it's actually missing is you. So want to get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy, because Cyprus is quite simply waiting for you. So slowly now we're coming into downtown Casonaga. This is the coast road and the main road that links Paphos town out towards the Peyia district. Now, people understand that there's a place called Peyia, but then they hear the words Coral Bay, they hear the word Sea Caves, they hear the word St. George, and so forth. Yeah, and Upper Village and Lower Village. It's all part of Peyia. The area is called Peyia, and then the area is broken up into Uptown Peyia, Midtown Peyia, and of course Lower Town Peyia. In the middle, you got the village of Peyia itself with a few bars and restaurants, and then there's many more scattered around. And then down on the bottom, on the coast side part of Peyia, that part is called Coral Bay. If you keep going past the turning for Coral Bay and past the turning for Peyia, you then enter the area known as Sea Caves, and if you keep going past that, you will enter the area known as Argus St. George, or St. George to us foreigners. And eventually you're going to enter the Yakamas, which is a bit of off-roading, and eventually you're going to go into the blue Mediterranean Sea. So this is downtown Cyprus. Plenty of shops, plenty of businesses. Most things that you can possibly want are here, including Paphos computers. You've got a great supermarket here with a great coffee shop called the Wraith Coffee Shop. You've got marine divers, you've got the Royal Medical over there, you've got Absolute Clean, you've got another coffee shop. There's quite a few things going on, if you understand me. You've got the Crazy Spoon restaurant, and then out on the left hand side you've got the Atlantica Mare Village, Paphos. Now, we have tried to make a video in there on 2 occasions, but on 2 occasions we were asked to leave. Their security is pretty tight, shall we say. But you never know. We might get lucky this time round if you ask us to do it, especially for you. Or I tell you what, if you're going to be booking in there, well, you let us know, and then you could accompany us as we go round. And then, of course, the security cannot ask us to leave. Ouch, that's a pothole. Did you feel that one, Lady O Sweet? Get your bottom onto that memory foam pillow, because not even a Mercedes S-Class can smooth out these Sherlock Holmes roads. That's for sure. Dropping down now, this is Lower Cyprus. If you take a right here, you'd go up into Cyprus and then onto Lemba and then onto Uptown Clorica. This is the Bayside kiosk, and this kiosk is open 24 hours a day. So if you're looking out to do a burglary or you're hiding from the police at some strange hours in the middle of the night, that could be the place to hang out for you. Because like I say, it's open 24 hours a day. You pop in there, but the problem is most nights when you pop in there, you're going to find there's a police car parked in the car park, and there's a couple of gun barrows in there with their furry flip-flops on, cigarette in one hand and a frappe in the other. So if I was you, I'd leave the burglary tools in the car. Right, on the left hand side, that is the CU Beach Bar, and I remember being asked once about surfing in Cyprus. Now, the only place I've ever seen them surfing, if you're curious to understand, is in this area here on the left-hand side. And this is the Cyprus Bay. So this is the bay just before we get to Peyia. And in and around January and February, it can be quite chopsy-mopsy. So therefore, if you've got a surfboard with your name on it, this could be the place to come. And this is the place, by the way, where they are planning on building the Paphos Marina. Yes, they've been planning on it for the last 20 years, but there is talk that this year maybe they might do the inauguration, I think it's the word, isn't it, ceremony, and lay the first brick, because there's many people, well, got a couple of bob invested in the land, shall we say, and there's many people hoping to make an awful lot of money. And you never know, Marika and me might happen to make a couple of bob somewhere along the way. So this is the final stretch of the road now, and we're going to come out where you would turn left to go into Coral Bay, and you would turn right to go up to Uptown Peyia. So I'm going to say thanks for watching, and of course if you do like what you see, want to hit the like, click subscribe, and want to come back for a little bit more my complete and utter madness. And I got a feeling there's a young man sitting to me, and he's called Mr. Kenny, and he's navigating today, and just over there is Mr. Allen, and he's frantically flicking on his treadmill, and just next door to him is the one and only Sally Briers, and she's pedaling like crazy because she understands that September is not far away, and she wants to get that perfect holiday bod. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. There you go. Welcome to Peyia Municipality. That's what the sign says on the right hand side. So this is Peyia. And there's the signs with all the bits and bobs. Camas is 25 kilometres. But remember, an awful lot of that is off-roading. So don't try and do that in your hire car. Here we are. Thanks for watching.